A quick lesson on how to use GradeCam. GradeCam is basically Scantron, but easier. I went to gradecam.com and I'm going to go ahead up here in the corner and log in. I've already created an account, but you'll need to create one here. It's quick and painless, and there's no cost. So I type in my credentials, I hit login, and I'm ready to build a class. Now it'll bug you saying that you could pay, you really don't need to. I'll cancel that for now. I'm going to go ahead and build a class here. Add my class. I'm going to call it 4K Math. Hit done. And I'm going to add 3 sample students. I'm going to use my teammates just for fun. If these were my real students, I would go ahead and use the first 4 digits of their lunch number since they already know that number. Manually adding each kiddo here, or in this case, awesome teacher. And one more. Here we go. Alright, so I've built a class of 3 students, and I'm going to go to the Forms tab. Again, you would build your whole class. Under Forms, honestly, I'd keep with the defaults, using 4 IDs. You can only do up to 10 questions for free. I always print 10. You can always use less than you print. There is the option to pre-print forms that are already coded to your kids. This is great, especially if you have younger students that might get confused. But it does require you to keep track of whose is whose. It prints their name on them, but it's a lot more paperwork to deal with. I prefer to just use the blank forms. In fact, I've created a form, I'll link to this, that has 4 to a page to save paper. But if you wanted to print them from here, just hit print, and it's pretty easy. Let's go ahead and make an assignment. I'm going to go to create. I'm going to call this fraction exit slip, because honestly I think GradeCam is ideal for exit slips. It's faster than grading things by hand, but it's not quite as instantaneous as clickers. Don't freak out about the word exam. That really just means multiple choice. And I'm going to let it know that I only have 5 questions for this specific quiz. Here's today's date for my records, and if you want to type a description, you can. Click Done to continue. Here's the cool thing. I've already made a key. I just pop it into the camera here. It codes the key in there for me. I'm going to click Scan on the screen. And all I have to do is just show each of the kids' results. And it quickly scans them and grades them. There is a student view you can click on that just shows what's actually happening and doesn't show the results. So this would mean that kind of preserves kids' privacy if you have them come up and scan it while you're helping other students. But here's where the real power comes in. If I hit Summary, I can break it down and see how everyone did. Now it turns out that my pretend students are actually quite bright, and they all got a great score. But I can look at item analysis to see how it worked. So for example, 1 was a little bit tough, and 3 was a little bit tough. If I was going to choose 1 to reteach the next day, I'd definitely target question number 3 because there was a lot of misconception there. You can print this to look at later. You can also look at student-specific scores. There is the option, if you pay for this service, I think it's $10 a month, to actually link it to your grade book automatically and have it export scores. If you are going to use this really heavily, what you might consider doing is joining officially, like joining to a paid subscription once every grading period and then using that to quickly export your scores. But honestly, I see this more as just a fun extra tool to inform your teaching. I wouldn't bother using it for actual grades. I'd just use it to inform your instruction. It's a really fun thing to play with. There actually is an iPad app you can use. The only problem is iPads aren't very quick at autofocusing. I kind of like using my document camera. I'm using my iPivo, the P2V camera, the one that a lot of schools are using. It works great. Have fun.